The treatise.
Yes.
Man. Dang, we're on YouTube now.
Oh shoot. Let's
When
go.
did this happen?
Well, let's go. What in the world is going on back there? Would you knock a shelf down or something?
I don't know.
Oh man, I gotta figure out how to. With no offense to you guys, but I need to figure out how to mute you guys during the intro. I mute myself, but then all the background noise from you guys. You're right.
Man, I was quiet as a mouse.
It was. Stinging Corpse said it, which is what I thought. It was like you flushed the toilet. Tommy says, best intro ever. What is up, everybody? Welcome. Oh, Jesus. I should just start the intro video again. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the NLG Show. It is Thursday night, and we are here once again to talk to you, the good people of the internet, about video games and
The good people of the internet.
that's right, and all the great stuff that goes on. So
You mean the gamers that actually game?
I don't.
Well, at least they try.
Well, you're right, right.
No, I'm talking about the gamers
Right.
in chat, people that we know.
Yeah.
Somewhere
yeah.
within that 80 hours in the last 4 days that I've worked. So how many hours you got in so far this week, Peter?
I don't know. Like about 16-hour days.
Oh my goodness! And you, Mr. Overtime, Chris Williams.
Yeah, I've been averaging about 16, 18 hours a week. Well, I guess about 58, almost 60. So
We are working way too much.
Yeah, not for
Way
very
too
long.
much. Are you
Going back to normal schedule.
Yeah, you got light at the end of the tunnel,
There's light.
and it's not the freight train.
That's what I've been told.
Oh, and you believed it, you silly man.
I'm a believer. I'm a beaver believer. Where the heck is that dude?
Yeah, where is he anyway? He missed last week too. Come to think of it.
telling you that Camaro keeps breaking down on that guy.
Yeah.
You know? Need to
The
put
other day, I sent him like a tweet. It's like, I'm not reading Twitter when I'm gaming, so I guess I have to go to maybe Xbox Live and see if he's there.
just send a mass message on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
There.
I don't know what-
Yeah.
I don't know what people are thinking gaming while people were talking about gaming. What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah, I know. Stop gaming and come talk to the people who are talking about gaming.
Hey,
What's
just
up,
have it going on in the background.
Well,
He's
it's
not even there. Maybe.
Hey,
Maybe
shout
you
out to Chief. First in the chat.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
those stinking courts. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's been a week. So, I haven't gotten as much gaming in as I wanted to. So I'm a little light on what I've actually been playing. So, I've been trying to get through Shadow of the Tomb Raider, as we go. And that's I'm about 60% done now, which is good. So
Such a great game.
it really is. And now I'm getting to a point where, I mean, like, look, Laura is just badass. Again, I've said this before. She is just badass. And she's so confident in this game. This is almost, she is almost the Lara Croft that these prequels got to, where the originals, back in the Saturn and PC days and the PlayStation days. That's where she's headed, and I'm at a point in the story where it really took a nice turn, and I think I'm about 70% done. So,
are they making a new one? Are they working on one? Do we know?
I don't believe so.
That's
I don't think so. I know. Oh, I know.
Probably won't see one for a while after this, right? Because this was the end of that trilogy.
It was right.
Yeah.
Well, and who was it from Crystal Dynamics that went?
Gallagher.
Yeah.
Gallagher.
Yeah. So Daryl Gallagher.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure somebody could pick up the pieces of of the franchise, but it was a big move, and he was one of the big voices behind the trilogy. So
maybe we get a Drake Croft Adventures.
Well, I mean, we've had Tomb Raider last gen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And before, so I would expect another Tomb Raider series or so.
I would love it
eventually down the road.
Yeah,
give it a couple more years.
Where they could go with it. They could do a Tomb Raider with a new character.
Mm-hmm.
Lara's daughter or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not spoiling anything either. I have no idea if she actually gets married or anything like that. I don't know if she has a baby with Jonah. Who knows? But I don't know. I would love to see another one, and I'm not even done this one yet. So, and I like that this is sort of the. I think I'm getting to the climax of Trinity and this game. So. Yeah, so Tommy says he's still slacking on Tomb Raider. You haven't played any of them, so he hasn't played any of them. Good grief!
Yeah.
You gotta make some time.
Hey,
but I do get
Game Pass, right?
But
Aren't they all in Game Pass?
I believe they're all in Game Pass. But he does make a point. Blame games like Rocket League.
Yeah.
So last week I dipped.
I blame everything on Sea of Thieves.
Well, I know you
sucks too much.
No, I got to do a little. I got to do a little real life Sea of Thieves today.
Yeah, saw it.
That was
no
fun.
cannons that unexpectedly fire at you, or barrels in the middle of the ocean.
There were no skellies popped up to take us on.
No fixing the boat.
I gotta tell you though. Hey, what's up, Macaval? So what this was? There's two groups that put this on today. It was really cool. So I went sailing with my middle son. So my middle son Seth is he has mild autism. He's high functioning, really intelligent, but has he's on the spectrum. So there's a group out there called Pathfinders for Autism, and they put on these events that my wife and I put his name in, and they do like a lottery. And they pick your name, and if they pick your name, you can come to the event. And so far, we've gotten really lucky with the events that we've been invited to. So, the Maryland Science Center, the aquarium. Well, the Maryland Science Center was Scout, so the Maryland Aquarium, and this. So today, there's a group out there, a sailing group called Crab Sailing. Crab Maryland, and I forgot what the full acronym stands for, but it's sailboating for people with disabilities and developmental learning issues. So my son and I went out sailing around the bay a little bit, and it was really fun, and he had a great time. Wanted to drive. They let him drive the boat a little bit, the both in the motor and when they put the sails up, and so we went out to this lighthouse, saw this really cool lighthouse that's still operational, and even though it was built in what did they say 1893 or something like that, still operational today. And so on our way back, Seth looks at the guy and says, "Can I drive?" And so drove the boat. I got to drive the boat back into dock. It was really nice.
Yes.
So I mean, just really good. It's such a great organization. There's Pathfinders for Autism, and the cool thing is that it's opened my son up to doing things that, he's been afraid to do or wouldn't touch or things like that. And he's really starting to develop a little bit, and it's making me happy. So it's
nice, very good.
In the midst of a shitty week work wise, it was nice to get a couple hours and just kind of relax on the bay a little bit. So little real life Sea of Thieves for me.
Nice. There he is. The Buffa Beluva.
There he is. That's right. It's Super Cooper on YouTube and Buffa Beluva on Twitch.
Let's go out, Coop.
What's going on, brother man? So anyway, how about? So I know Peter, you have been doing double gaming duty. Hasn't just been Sea of Thieves, but you rolled back on some Division. I saw.
Yeah, Division with Nate.
Yeah.
I mean they have some new DLC that came out. So we went to the zoo, and it's called the National Zoo. It doesn't resemble anything like the National Zoo. It's like, I wish the zoo looked like that. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, it's a lot of fun playing through it. And I mean, the Division is such a great game. Yeah. Love going back there, just play a little bit. Just inventory management is like horrible. It's like, I don't know. Oh, I should just stop caring. It's like anything. Don't even pick stuff up. Just destroy the meal.
Inventory management in that game is a mini game in itself.
Yeah.
So,
I think I mentioned
some people love that. It's not for me. That's the worst thing in that game. Too bad. But
games like that should give an assistant. Give you an AI to here you deal with it.
It's like, what kind of build do you want?
Yeah.
You want to have a tank build, you want to have a sniper build, a LMG kind of build.
Mm-hmm.
Bam.
You know what they could do for Division 3? Thinking about it, maybe you're right. Loadout slots. So you build your best loadout.
Oh, you can. Yeah, you have slots.
Okay, so
you can have different builds.
All right,
but still, you still have to,
Yeah, you still have
go
to do
through
it.
You still have to level it up too, and you find new weapons and blah 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 blah.
I have like 70 weapons in my backpack. It's like,
he's an intern.
You can sell them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's work too.
That's work too.
Right. It is
no,
work.
but it's like it's like, yeah, and then I don't know. It's all right, but the game itself is fantastic. So also played some Wolfenstein, the new one.
Yeah. So the
or the Two Sisters.
Yeah. So word on this game has been all over the place. So give me yours.
I'm so far enjoying it. I'm not that far in. I'm in the second chapter. But I mean, it's I don't know. It's kind of what I expected.
Okay.
It's Wolfenstein shooting Nazis, in different ways. I mean,
how can you go wrong with that?
How can you go wrong with it? I mean, it's also like a $30 game, so that kind of it's kind of manage your expectations a little bit. It's right. I get what I paid for. I'm enjoying it.
That's all that counts, man. That is all that counts.
Right.
No. Oh, Coop was disappointed with the Division DLC.
You don't like the zoo and all that stuff?
He said
and library and a metro and all that stuff.
He said it's the same enemies in a new location.
Yeah, there's some new locations. I mean, the zoo is new. It's kind of a neat little sites missions. Let's see, what else have I been playing? I already said Sea of Thieves.
You did say Sea of Thieves.
That might be it, though.
I think it is, at least from when I've been on.
Yeah.
So, And I've been getting on earlier, so
You be on when I get on.
I
That
know.
explains something.
I know. It's the world I'm living in. I'm telling you, once school starts, and my wife's got to get up with my son at 5 in the morning, she's going to bed at 9.
There you go. Better get rid of my 16-hour days.
Yeah. I am planning on doing some. So once that happens, I'm also planning on doing some regular streaming. I never have time, and by the time I really want to get started, it's like 11:30, and who watches you at 11:30 at night? 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. If I do like a little 10 to like every other day or something like that, do a little 10 to 11:30 or something like that, a little 90-minute stream here, 90-minute stream there. Get built up, and then kind of figure out. And I got a guy who works for me. Who's part of my Manila Philippines team, and he just got a capture card, and he's a PlayStation gamer, and he's like, yeah, man, I'll come stream some stuff for you. He said, you'll be asleep when I'm doing it. I said, yeah, but not everybody will be. So yeah, Siberia. What's up, brother? Oh man, I love our chat room. Love our chat room so much. So
Siberia,
is it lit? Is it lit?
Legendary captain.
Lit. So what about you, Chris? What have you been playing as well? 'Cause I haven't seen you online much at all.
I'm an old fart that works a lot. I did. I did gaming during the weekend, mainly Sunday, because I've been going in every Saturday early. So Sunday morning I'll get up early and jumped on Spider-Man. Did some grinding in that. I'm still working on that story to get through that. But I just enjoy it. I remember, and I think it was Sunday that you saw me. I finally hooked up to the YouTube channel for our channel. Through my PlayStation, so that I can stream to that. So,
nice.
So I plan on doing some of that. I figured it kind of seems to work for me, where I can do some good morning gaming stream, in the morning, but early.
Back in the morning.
And really, the people that are normally like some of the most people like you guys are probably asleep, but the guys across the pond are awake. That one day when I was playing the tech test, Annihilator jumped on with me. So I figured I'll try to keep that, try to do that every weekend. So, but I'm just really enjoying Spider-Man. Really, I love the story. I told my wife, I think that story is better than the movie. So, but other than that, really didn't do any gaming during the week. I just, like I said, I go in early and I get off of work, and me and the wife, we binge watched. I don't know if y'all seen The Boys on Amazon.
I want to see that.
That is awesome. Awesome.
I want to see that.
It's like a modern. It's like a more of a realistic look of what our world would be if we had superheroes like that.
Right.
And realistically, they would probably be controlled by big corporates. And so I don't want to give too much away, but in the series, the company that owns these superheroes, they're like a company like Lockheed, right? So they're competing against Lockheed and big companies like Boeing because they want to get government contracts. The superheroes are weapons, and so they have an image to uphold, and it's great. And of course today, shout out to Jago. He's not in the chat yet, but Yellowstone. So we watch that today. So during the week, just chill out with the wife and the family, and sometimes we'll go to the pool. Some overtime and try to get my game in on the weekend. I feel bad because Siberia, he'll message me and he wants to go do some Sea of Thieves, but yeah, by the time I finish eating and watching something with the wife, I'm just ready to go to bed.
It's hard, man. I get that.
But real quick before I jump on, so I got a couple of show and tell. So of course everybody who knows me, my name is Fastback for a reason, because I love Mustangs, not those slow Maros like Coop. That's why he's always late. But I'm gonna show off a couple. I'm real big on collecting Mustangs, diecast, Hot Wheels, and so on. So like this is a Fox body Hot Wheel, and it's something that it's real hard to find. This came out. This is like a 93, 92 Ford Mustang Fox body. Anyways, these were hard to find, right? You have to either find someone collecting them. I think I got these on eBay. And I try to go back and collect some of the old Mustangs that I missed out back in the day. So Fox bodies are not my favorite style, but they're a good looking Mustang. They're real popular among people. This is also a 92. So figured every week I'll show off trust me, I got a lot. So show off. And then the other item that I was trying to pick up when I picked up gears, I picked up
Warthog
from Halo 3, which Halo 3 is my favorite Halo.
Nice.
So
that is nice.
So hopefully the next vehicle I want to get is the Ghost. So I figured Warthog and the Ghost are my two favorite Halo vehicles.
Tommy says the Fox body is GOAT. Come on now.
Oh, hey, I respect it. That's what I love about Mustangs. There's a Mustang for everybody, all through different gens. So, and that's how I kind of think of gaming. There's a gaming for everybody.
Yeah.
So, enjoy it.
Oh, so last week we talked about pre-orders, right?
Right. Oh, right.
So all of a sudden, I got an Amazon package in the mail.
Oh, you got your blurred.
Yeah, you got to unblur your.
Oh, come on now.
There it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
VR. I have no idea how it is.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you got
time.
You definitely got to tell me.
So, but that's funny because we were talking about the whole pre-order stuff. It's like I think I picked it up. Amazon had like a price glitch, so I got it like dirt cheap.
Nice.
So that's just funny.
That is funny. Did you get any pre-order bonus eye with it?
No, I don't think so.
No. No special. No special skin.
Special skin. Nothing. Right. No.
You didn't get the actual like if you buy it at the store, it's just the one level experience. But if you pre-order it, you get the whole game.
Yeah. No. So yeah, I'll let you know once I have a chance to fire it up.
Awesome. Excellent. All right, well, let's get into it and talk about the. So basically, what we have today is this is why Thursday seemed to be a good day to move to and talk about the stuff from today. So
what happened?
Well, nothing really. Two things happened today that are of note, and one obviously we have to talk about because it's going to be the big game of the fall again, and that is Call of Duty. So the new multiplayer trailer was released, and the multiplayer was revealed today. New game modes, new weapons, stuff like that, and so. The reason that I want to bring it up for us rather than just talk about what it does is I want to ask you, Peter, especially. You're still a Call of Duty guy, all right?
I'm still a little bit of a Call of Duty guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it looks cool. A little bit concerned about the whole crossplay jazz. I didn't get to see the whole details. I just heard a couple of snippets. Like crossplay with PC and stuff. I'm not too fond of that, especially when it's primarily forced onto you. So, and a lot of people saying with crossplay and other stuff, it's like, oh, yeah, we pay for Xbox Live, and PC does not. I don't even care about that.
Right.
The reason why I'm not playing on PC, I mean, I have like a fantastic gaming rig. The reason why I don't play on PC, it's like, it's one big hack fest. It's cheating galore. It's like I don't want any of that.
Yeah. Well, we've seen it in Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And we had to deal with that on console.
Right. I mean,
You know.
if crossplay becomes the norm, then I'm sorry, I'm out of multiplayer games.
So let me let me ask you this though, and I'm not saying that I'm even doing this because I have no desire to, but I'm assuming, especially with Razer making a mouse and keyboard combo for the Xbox One, that this game being cross-play will support mouse and keyboard on the console. Now I'm looking to see if there is any confirmation of that. I'm not saying that it's doing that, but if it does that help you
No.
at all?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
I mean, there are a couple of games where people did tests where they were using keyboard. I mean, not even keyboard and mouse. Say even controllers, because I think there might be certain games that as long as PC is using controllers, then controllers versus controllers. But on PC, the latency between button presses and action is still less than on a console.
Right.
So it's not even like we saw that. I think they did it on with Gears, doing the Gears tech test. It's like on PC, you're twice as fast response time between pushing a button versus the action.
Yeah.
So you're both using console. Keyboard will probably be the same kind of thing. It's just a console is has slower input processing than PC. And as long as that's not on par, then I don't want any of it.
And of course, she had what worries me is that during people bringing that up about the tech test this last time around, right? And then you had Mikey Barra come out and kind of defending it and pointing out that the guy that came in second place in the Fortnite, right, competition was a controller player. But if I'm correct, if that's correct, if anybody in chat confirm that or whatever, but I kind of look at that. Well, that competition is a controlled event, so they're going to make sure there is nothing going on to where, yes, the mouse and keyboard has an advantage, but nothing more on that to where like what we were seeing with mod aimbots and stuff like that we deal with like in Sea of Thieves and so on. So and he also mentioned that, well, it's up to the developers to give that option. And if you look at Coalition, they are Xbox first party, right? So Mikey Barra and Phil and them, they understand gaming. So that option they should have said, talk to Coalition and say, look, let's put that option in there because we know there is an advantage.
Well, and that option is there in ranked mode
on the rank, but
it needs to be there for arcade.
Exactly, because there's those of us who I'm not a big multiplayer person, but I would like to go in there and jump in there and have fun with friends. And if we're over there getting wrecked, by mouse and keyboard, then how much fun are you gonna have?
Yeah, and see, I know that I know that some people don't think it's that big of a deal, but I noticed it in the tech test. There's no doubt about it. In the tech test, and Peter was in that game with me on, was it Saturday? Whatever day. I think we played it on Saturday. Oh, and I don't mind. I mean, I'm not. Look, I'm old. I'm not a big multiplayer guy, so I I'm not a big multiplayer gamer, so I understand where my limitations are.
Mm-hmm.
But there were definite differences when you went from room to room between how I played against controller players and how I played against somebody with a mouse and keyboard. And there's Jago. Don't worry, brother. We've had a shit week, but we are here.
Yeah.
Jago.
Always good to have you, my brother.
Shout out to Jago. Also, Go Chain Gamers, sincere.
Yes,
in the chat,
my brother.
Appreciate you guys.
The other half of the mega powers. And Sin, I got to talk to you. I need to DM you when I get a chance because number one, we got to get your ass on here. Number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, I need to talk to you about something else. I'm gonna hit you up. But I definitely saw a difference, and it was, with all due respect, it was frustrating because I saw guys that were able to turn on a dime 180 degrees that I know you can't do even with an elite controller with that much precision without an ounce of overshot. You know, when you jack up your mouse, when you jack up your controller sensitivity, yeah, you can spin faster, but you overcompensate sometimes. You never just go here and then you're here, and then you're here, and then you're here. And then these guys that were using the longbow, the long shot rather, and they were able to headshot with ease and precision that, again, I know damn well you can't even do on an elite controller. And that's frustrating when you don't have that same ability. So to me, it's not even about latency or 60 versus 120 FPS. It's a precision that disadvantage that you can't get over sometimes, and that made me not want to play it too much. Past that.
What was it? I've seen Mikey Barrett talk about it, but what was it that developers can do to help kind of even things up, even though it's not really? But
yeah,
for console players, what were they calling that? Kind of like an auto.
Yeah,
something?
aim assist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to do aim assist.
It's still not the same.
Right.
No.
That's right. I don't want my side jacked up or their side dumbed down. Just put us on the same field, on the same level field. I have no problems getting wrecked by controller people because I know what my skill level is, and I understand that I am not a professional gamer, multiplayer gamer. So if I go up against guys that are playing on the same controllers, whether they have an elite or not, I'm okay with that. But when you have that kind of disadvantage, that is not fair. That's all I'm saying. That's really all I'm driving at.
Yeah, and hopefully they're hearing people talk about this. I'm all for, like I've talked about this before. I am all for crossplay. I think crossplay is something that's needed in gaming. It helps certain games, especially for co-op. I'm all for it. Let's play together, and even at some PvP games, there'll be a point where we have friends who are on PC. Okay, let's jump in and have fun, but at least hopefully the developers at least try to give that option put in there. So we'll see.
Yeah. And I saw, I know Tommy and Jeff said they don't have a big issue with crossplay, and that's okay. I'm not, again, my job is not, in my position is not to tell others what to like and what not to like. But I do think that the option has to be there. I do think that you need to be able to, at your discretion, turn it on and off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's great for the people that like to have it. It does it does expand the player pool. There's no doubt about it.
I can see that, like, for all the games, you know.
Yeah, and there are some games where it's not an issue.
Some games it's not an issue. The thing is like, you know,
like Rocket League, because Tommy brought up Rocket League. Mm-hmm. Rocket League, there's no tangible advantage to mouse and keyboard with Rocket League. In fact, I'll be honest.
But are
with
they
you,
cheaters? I don't know. I haven't played that game in so long.
But to be honest with you, I would actually find it probably more difficult to play a game like that, or like a racing game with mouse and keyboard. I would find that harder to play than with a controller. So I would imagine most PC gamers that are playing like that, or a sports game, are playing on controller. That's different. And so, I'm good with that, but I think you got to give the option. I think you have to give the option. If you want to play
optional crossplay, I'm 100% fine with it.
Yep. And if you decide you want to do crossplay, then that's great.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that you, I guess, have to work out is if you're in a party with other people and they have a different setting. So if I'm the one who has crossplay turned on and the rest of the party has it turned off, how do you get the party into the same game? So I could see. I mean, they have to work it out, but I think that option's got to be there in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So now back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
That's what we're talking about? Oh,
right.
Okay.
So the couple of things that they showed off, there is a gunfight mode, which they say. So I'm reading this right off of the site. Gunfight is pair up for a fast-paced, close-quarters cage match. There you could see a new night vision, and there it is. So you got some new night vision stuff, and I like this little drone tank thingy.
Yeah.
And then it says storm some of the largest ever multiplayer maps for Call of Duty. So nothing in here about Battle Royale. I don't see a Battle Royale mode, which could be.
I did see something about 100 people on the map, though.
Well, if they're large maps,
warfare.
if they're large maps, then that could be cool. They're doing something new with kill streaks,
Mm-hmm.
and that's. I mean, there wasn't a ton of information past that. Obviously they had some live action going on, and I didn't want to bring that into here because copyright stuff like that. But I will say this looks incredible. It looks really good, and what you're seeing here, of course, is the actual reveal trailer was 4K 60. So, how this is going to look on PS Pro and Xbox One X, I'm assuming is going to be pretty damn slick.
Mm-hmm.
I think my guess is this is PC footage.
Probably.
Yeah. I think at this point, PC is where they're going to want to give the most bang for the graphic buck when they're doing these trailers.
Like Gold Chain said in chat that there's going to be free DLC, which is needed for all the bad press that they've had in the past lately.
One thing that they showed, like after this trailer, was like all the weapon customization and stuff. It's seriously, no, I don't know.
I'm telling you, man. So here's the game you're gonna craft on.
Yeah, it's like what the heck?
Here's your crafting, Chris. Remember how we were talking about crafting in the Bandit Tech Test?
All right.
So you can assemble your own weapons with all different parts.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like
so
kind of turned me off.
Of course, this Call of Duty is the first cross-play across consoles and PC, right?
Yes. Now, that's...
I know we read about that a while back. Did they say anything in this?
No. I don't think that... I don't think we're going to get the crossplay you think we're going to get.
We'll see.
So,
I mean, I've always said that for crossplay to really break out,
so hang on.
It would come down to games like this.
So hang on a second, because I did Eurogamer has this. So, all right. So here's how so they're doing an open beta, of course. Otherwise known as a demo.
Tech
test.
test.
This is not a tech test, because they're doing it in September. Yeah. So if you pre-order, you will get the open beta.
Night, Jacob.
Yeah, good night, brother. The beta comes out, so even though I don't know if you guys noticed, but there are no console symbols at the end of the video, but the open beta, it comes first to PS4. So there's a marketing deal. They still have a marketing deal in place. So you get it first on PS4 from September 12th to 12th and 13th. You get early access to the beta for pre-orders. Then the open beta for everyone launches on PS4 September 14th and 16th. Then from the 19th and the 20th, early access for the Xbox and PC, and then PS4. And then there is a cross-play open beta on the 21st through 23rd. And that says across PC, PS4, and Xbox One. So I think we are getting full console crossplay. So you're going to get, I think you're going to get to play PS4 gamers, PS4 players if you're on an Xbox. And I think if you're on if you could be in a room where you've got all three.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's great. And of course,
it is not on the Switch, Tommy.
But don't be surprised.
Unless you can stream it through
right, xCloud
or something else.
It'll go mobile before it goes Switch. But no, I think it's great, because if we can play with friends that prefer to play on PS4, let's do it. I mean, that's what I'm all for.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I mean, that that's just where gaming is going, and it's opening up across everywhere. I mean, mobile's going to be in there too. So, yeah, but we need those options to where it could be fair for FPS games. So, is Fortnite? Does it have an option? Because there are people on mobile everywhere on that. So, do you have an option to only play with mobile or only console?
No. I don't think so.
Well, our Project Jeff can confirm that.
Yes. Our encyclopedia, our chat encyclopedia.
I asked Jeff.
Okay, so Inferno is saying you can restrict it on Fortnite.
Okay.
So, all right.
Well, if Fortnite can do it, there's no excuse for others.
All right, Inferno is now hired as the Project Jeff is playing. So you're fired, Jeff. Jeff, you're fired. Inferno is now the new encyclopedia of the chat room. So yeah, I mean, if you could, I don't know. So everybody's gonna get the feedback. I mean, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it on Twitter. You know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, come this crossplay open beta, and if it's open to everybody, I'm gonna take a shot at it.
Yeah.
So.
And I would rather see that. That's now if we're gonna that's the console war I want to see. I want to see people talking smack on the field.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you stay here and talk the talk. Well, let's see if you can walk the walk, and and see what happens. Go both ways. That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting to see some streams. And honestly, I really think that this is going to open up some esports even bigger. I think this can end up going like NASCAR. You're just recently we saw the kid that just won in Fortnite, right? Was it 3 million or so? 16-year-old kid.
Oh yeah.
That is getting announced out on regular news channels, and they showed the stadium. The stadium was full, and somebody was asking how. They were kind of making fun of it. It's like, this ain't an athlete. These kids need to get out and do this and that. It's like, no. I mean, this is where we are. You have kids out there who are athletes and kids out there who are kick-ass at gaming. And esports is growing. And if it's filling stadiums and it's bringing the money in, hey, go for it. So, it's just going to keep getting bigger.
Well, unfortunately for us, esports is. I mean, Inferno just said it as I was thinking it. Esports is really the up and coming. I mean, it's really grown. So much about gaming has just changed. So much of it has changed. A lot of it has to do with how we interact with people, how we game, how we multiplayer game. I mean, think about it. Back in the Nintendo 64 time, you wanted to play a first person shooter like GoldenEye, which arguably was one of the better first person shooters on a console at the time. It was 4-player split screen, Now, you wouldn't do that if you wouldn't do that if you wanted to. You'd send your friend upstairs to another console to go play on a different TV so that you could play him in multiplayer.
Mm-hmm. Well, now you can pretty much play together in the same room, but one could be on mobile, one could be on TV, one could be on PC.
Yeah. Sincere's right, man. It's so many people are at Evo, and look, you turn on TNT, and there's esports shows. ESPN, it shows esports basketball when they could be showing real basketball. So
crazy.
The evolution, and you're right, and it's always going to evolve. The OG days are over, and maybe that's why so many people are going back to retro. I think we've talked about this before, and as we start to, we're going to start kind of getting into some retro stuff ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I these shows like Too Many Games that Sin and I went to, where people are just buying up retro games. All these retro channels that are showing up, even Digital Foundry does a retro thing. We're going to be launching some retro content fairly soon. Yes, gaming has grown into a big thing where the gamer pool has gotten so much bigger than it ever was. But I think a lot of people are moving back into retro because those still were the good old days. And there's still some of that that's needed. And it's just there's so many gamers out there that it doesn't look like as big a movement as it might be. You're always going to have your esports and your tournament players and, people playing not just this, but playing CSGO, which is still a highly popular esports game. People are another popular esports game that I've seen really is Injustice. I've seen a lot of those TNT shows about Injustice. And it's crazy. And Niall's right, man. Remember your parents telling you won't go far by just playing games. That doesn't. That's not
that's
just
changed.
Right. Not just playing games, but as we'll get to our next topic here, not just playing games, but streaming games. It's what it is. So, last thoughts here on Call of Duty. So, 2 questions. Number 1, we still haven't seen campaign yet. That's coming up, but they are saying that this campaign is going to be massive, which makes me happy because that's what that's what I like.
Wait, but if they don't show campaign, how are you going to know the campaign's going to be any good? I mean, there might be something wrong with it.
I bet you they show the campaign for Modern Warfare before Gears 5 does.
You think?
Yeah, I think. Bet me.
It's all funny.
So, are you guys has checking out the multiplayer today raised your interest level in this year's Call of Duty, and are you sold on this for this year?
Probably. Probably. I have to see a little bit more. See about what the whole weapon customization jazz is about. Because that's what I said earlier. It turns me off.
Yeah.
And if it's like a kind of a must-have in order to,
tune your arsenal to your play style at the gunsmith.
Yeah.
Which houses
maybe
the
it's
most
maybe
weapon
it's super
choices
cool.
ever.
Maybe, who knows? And, as long as the netcode is good and it's not like I feel like, I killed this guy like half a second before he kills me and I'm still dead.
Oh, right.
That's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, that's going to happen. Because we are still old and,
Are they going to have dedicated servers? High frequency? Why not?
Well, that's a good...
It's all going to be on Azure.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, it'd be smart if they were.
Oh, yeah.
Especially being crossplay with the PlayStation. And that's the thing. Since Sony is getting in on the Azure cloud gaming, I think that's one reason where kind of helped push them into, okay, we feel better about crossplay with Xbox and PC because they feel like the security's there.
Yeah, maybe.
So, and I think Xbox, Microsoft has kind of helped them, confirm that. But
before we, yes, agreed. Before we move on, I got to show you this. So, as with everything, there are different editions of this game you can buy. They revealed a dark edition, Modern Warfare Dark. Are you ready for this? This is gonna blow your mind. You got to see this. You ready?
Yeah.
The Dark Edition gives you the steel book with the game. All right, all the operator pack, all the bullshit that we talked about last week. A custom in-game tactical knife.
Ooh.
An animated calling card. And fully functional night vision glasses.
Wow. That looks cool.
Let me repeat that. Fully functioning night vision glasses.
Is it going to be military grade?
I don't know. Okay, so the functioning night vision goggles that only come with the darkened vision are wearable, and developer Infinity Ward has outfitted these adjustable goggles with game-inspired custom decals and design details. The night vision goggles have 3 visual modes. Daylight running mode, which allows you to use the goggles in normal daylight conditions. Night vision mode automatically switches to night vision during low light situations. And long range IR mode, a manual button allowing the goggles to operate at full power, enabling up to 65 feet of vision in complete darkness. I mean, holy
that's gonna sell.
shit.
That looks cool.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to look at. So
You expect an intruder in the house. You put up your night vision.
$400. $400. I'm just guessing.
Hold on, I'm getting there. No, 200.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna sell. That's gonna sell, and I expect a couple of unboxings. I expect Iron Lord to be showing this off. You better be wearing this one day.
Oh my gosh. Jeff said it's been 10 years since Modern Warfare 2 had these in the CE. I didn't realize Modern Warfare 2 had them.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Sincere said it's sold out already in stores, in some stores.
That is
No surprise.
Yeah. Well, you have to... People who want to resell them, right?
Oh yeah.
They smell big box.
That on eBay already.
Yeah.
fully functional night vision glasses.
Gaming at night has changed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm getting old. I've just gotten old. $200. That's better. I guess that's better than a statue.
Wait, does it come with the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you never know nowadays. You get
I know. You get a code.
get everything else, but
You get a code or is it physical?
I don't know. It says
I thought it was physical.
Well, it says steelbook and full game
I get
included.
it still book with digital.
Right. Right. What game was it that you didn't actually get the game?
PUBG.
PUBG.
And there's some other games that I heard somebody saying that they went to the store. I was Noof Nukem. He went to the store and he saw a physical box, but no game in it. And then that's. I mean, that's,
that is, yeah.
But that's how some of these developers are able to. Sometimes you have to have these games shown in the store so people can physically see them and be like, oh yeah, I see that game. Because some people sometimes they just don't go online. They're not in the know as much as far digitally.
I think that's the future, though. You know, you buy the game and
Yep.
you get the steelbook with a digital code,
Yep.
I think.
or even without. So it's just like so you can get your code wherever you roam,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and whatever flavor you want. PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you. The Lancer and the Gears 5 Premier Edition is going to be, you're going to get an actual working Lancer.
Mm.
You can go cut trees down with in your backyard.
First, you shoot that squirrel that's in it, and then you chop it down.
Man, you could go coon hunting at night with these things.
Mm.
If anybody's ever been cooning, I'm sorry, I'm from Texas. I've done it at least once. It's crazy.
I
Those
can't
coons,
say
raccoons they're mean.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, we just have black bears here.
And just chop them up when you get attacked. Come get some. Press that B button.
Oh,
Because we will fight back.
oh man. So, yeah. Just in case you know.
But once again, one game and like 4 different versions and permutations of digital, physical, this and that.
Yeah. Whew. All right. So, wow. All right. So let's switch gears and
Gears.
Yeah.
So close.
Let's talk about something else. So, there are things that you don't necessarily think you want to care about, right? And who streams and what kind of streams, and I mean, obviously people talk about big heavy hitter streamers. You've got your your PewDiePies and your angry video game nerds and your and so on. So oh man, WWE legend Harley Race has died today. Oh my God. Sorry, wow.
I have no idea who that is.
Harley, the king.
Maybe
Harley
if I
Race.
see him. But...
Oh my goodness, he was awesome. Sorry, man, Sin, Harley Race passed away, man. Good grief. Okay, so, I wouldn't normally talk about this crap, but this became like mainstream news today. To the point to where I saw companies like Red Bull talking about it and things like that. So the streamer known as Ninja has signed a partnership, an exclusive streaming partnership with Mixer. So Microsoft got this guy, and apparently, so I can't claim that I know all about this dude because I'm just not that hip. I've heard of him. I've heard of Ninja. I have. I've heard, good things. I've heard criticism things. I've heard, the standard stuff. I know that on Twitch, he had almost 15 million followers. And yeah, we're catching up to him, right?
Yeah, so close.
And most of his videos were getting, just tens of thousands of views, and sometimes more. Like I've seen videos on his channel that can get 500,000-600,000 views, right? So so he left Twitch, and he's gone to Mixer.
Ditch the Twitch.
Yeah. So, I'd like to think that we were the influence for that, right?
Yeah.
We left Twitch.
I think so.
We left Twitch.
Maybe he'll give us some recognition on that.
We left Twitch, and Ninja saw that and said, well, damn, if NLG's going, then this is not the place for me anymore.
Exactly.
So, but here's what's funny is that he could have gone to YouTube, but he chose Mixer.
Well, did he choose Mixer or did Mixer choose him?
Well, he had a partnership with Twitch. So I mean,
right.
It was, he's
and not too long ago he did a big old deal with Sea of Thieves.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because right now he only has about 200,000 followers on Mixer. So he's got a long way to go to get that 14 million back. But I'm just wondering, where have we gone in gaming where streamers are this important that Microsoft chucked a truckload of money at him? I mean, I don't know what the actual numbers are, and there was a fake tweet running around. There was a fake tweet running around talking about how much they might have paid him. But Microsoft had to give him something to give up that much to go to their platform. Now, that may have been part of it. Twitch has had some. Let's say Twitch has had some quality control issues as of late, and maybe that was a little bit of an influence for him. But where are we in our world of gaming where this is so important to companies that they need to have these folks? Invader's here.
We've been invaded.
We have been invaded. What's up, brother?
Invaded?
Yes, we've been invaded. Sound like Uncharted.
Invaded.
Yeah.
But where, I started thinking about this in more broad terms, which is really the subject that I want to bring up. Yes, this is kind of big news that this has happened. If you're into streaming and if you are into this kind of thing, and if you're a fan of watching these popular streamers, then this is kind of big news, and it's kind of risky because Mixer is not as popular as Twitch at this point. But Microsoft, this is Microsoft saying we are committed to our platform.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's for sure.
It probably helps to helps the platform to grow and be more mature. And now if you have some let's call them high valued streamers, you have to make sure you take care of the platform that will fulfill their those guys' needs.
This is true, and I don't know how much money they gave him, but
probably made him worthwhile to switch.
It probably had to have been. Now, I think they're probably also going to use him to market games.
It could be. Why not?
I would.
Yeah. Use Gears of War. Play it. Okay.
Well, he did. So he mentioned in his announcement that he was, he's always been heavily influenced by Halo. So part of this is getting back to his Halo roots.
Okay.
And that could be. I mean, look, I'm taking this guy at face value. I don't know him from a hole in a wall.
Yeah.
And I've never watched him. I mean, I don't, but it's definitely a calculated gamble for Microsoft, one that I think doesn't have a downside. For him, the downside is he may not get as many followers, and I don't know what that means for we're not Twitch partners, we're not YouTube partners, we're not Mixer people, Mixer partners. I don't know what these folks get paid. So Jeff says I know him in his Halo days though, so he must have been a Halo person, and that's cool. I'm on his Mixer page now, and he's not even streaming, and there are people in his chat room like chatting up a storm. So the guy's got to have some kind of influence, right? I mean, he's not even streaming, and there are people in there talking. So, he was a Halo Pro. So maybe there's something something that he wanted that maybe he and Microsoft just talked one day. Maybe they were at E3. Who knows? The question that I have is, where have we gone to where streamers and influencers have this much power now in the gaming industry? You know, it's crazy.
It's interesting because I don't watch any of that.
Right. I don't either.
It's probably all the people who only talk on Twitter about games, and they're probably watching but don't play themselves.
Or they right. Well, the other thing too, like Electronic Arts, paying streamers to stream games for them. You know, these are people, that do, and it's not just them. I'm pretty sure that one of the things, but going back to EA, if I remember, I read somewhere, and it was a report, and I don't know if it was ever verified, but Variety said that this guy Ninja made $1 million just for promoting Apex Legends. Now, again, that was a report, but if that's even close to true, companies are paying influencers to market their games, which is why I think this is a very interesting development, because here you have a guy that, as Jeff says here, was a Halo pro. You have Halo Infinite coming out next year, and now you've got a guy that can front and center market your game.
Yep.
That's
and
I mean, it's probably a smart move.
Yeah.
It's
like a Halo frontman, promoting a thing.
He kind of already proved himself with Xbox when he did that with Sea of Thieves, and so whenever he was streaming Sea of Thieves, sales for Sea of Thieves went up. So the way I look at it, time, like if you like Gold Chain Gamer said, times are evolving. So remember back in the day when we were gaming, what was an influence for us, and it was magazines, right?
Right.
And of course commercials, regular commercials on TV. And then you go on from there, and we get into the online, and still magazines are an influence, but then now you have these gaming media sites that started coming out, IGN and so on, and they became the influencers because they were showing these games, online. Forums, there's forums out there, but they were the ones showing these games that we can watch. And as time has evolved, social media has grown up and exploded. Everything's at your fingertip. Now we're in this generation where streaming started coming in, and so now streamers are become the influencers over the traditional gaming media sites, and forums and magazines have kind of gone the way. This is marketing for the companies, and then it's not just games. You have a lot of influencers on YouTube and so on who are making money just showing off products out there, makeup and toys and so on.
Yeah.
So this is the world that we live in now, because, and like you said, Peter, that stuff is not for us. I don't sit here and watch streamers all day, and that. But I will go to some streamers when a new game comes out, and to get an idea what the game is, how it plays out, right?
Right, but you're not being like a groupie, like following this person.
Stay there for hours.
Yeah.
I'll go in there and say hi, hey, how's it going, and ask a couple questions. So that helps me kind of make my mind on, okay, I'm interested in this game or not. So, yeah, this is where we're at. This is marketing,
Right. Well,
and it's paying off.
Yeah, and when we stream stuff, we'd like people to watch our stuff.
Yeah,
No doubt. I just, I don't. Anytime I throw a stream on, I don't do it specifically to because I want to promote said game. I just want people to see the game for themselves, see if they like it. Sometimes it's to test it out, and people can get my reaction to it, kind of like a review, without being a review. But I've never been I just don't think I would ever be approached by anyone and say, hey man, promote my game and I'll pay you a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at us. We're gamers who enjoy just sharing our passion for gaming with others, and hey, if they want to come in and check it out and say hi, cool, right? We're not getting anything out of it, but we're gaining friendships, or we're not getting money from sponsors. Like I said, nobody. Yeah, I mean, there are people like him and other people that I don't watch and I don't care to, but they're entertaining. They know how to bring it, and they're doing something right to where, like you said, they can have people in their damn stream and they're not even streaming, and people are just in their chat. It's a big thing.
It's just a social thing.
Yeah, it's like the Twitter for people. They're just in there to they made friends in those chats, so now they're just in there, kind of hanging out.
Well,
instead of being,
it's funny that you say that, because, again, I'm looking at this guy's Mixer channel, which is now like he had this thing all ready to go, all ready to set up. And it's funny that you talk about us meeting people and interacting with people and enjoying each other's company and sometimes even gaming together, because I got to show you this. These are the rules for Ninja's channel. Now, some of this stuff is pretty self-explanatory, but a couple things kind of strike me. And this goes back to a conversation we had about, YouTubers and channels that, people in those channels that claim, you got to help each other out because, YouTube won't put you on the front of the channel, and, you got to help. But then when you actually want to interact and collaborate with them and work with them and do that, then they go, oh well, I don't have time for that. So this is hilarious, and something that no matter how big you get, I don't think you should do. So all right, so be positive and helpful to other viewers. That's fine. Be respectful to moderators. That's fine. Do not self-promote. I get that. Don't ask to play with him. Don't ask Ninja to play with other streamers. Do not disrespect other streamers or create drama between streamers. I get that. Do not ask Ninja to play a clip, song, or game. Don't ask him to play a game. Like, seriously. Like, he's going to do whatever he wants, and you're just going to watch, and you're going to like it.
He's doing what he's getting paid to stream.
Right. Well, that's true. So he takes no requests. It's almost like, hey, don't talk to him. You're there to watch him and nothing else. So, don't even interact with him. So that's just kind of, but that's, you're getting paid the big bucks. So
I give him credit because he's put in the work.
He has.
He made a name for himself back in the day on Halo, right? And he put in the work, and once streaming started coming into play, he went in there and hustled.
Yep.
And also to mention, we didn't mention earlier, but he won the Streamer of the Year at the Game Awards show last year.
I get it. And the guy he sells headbands for Red Bull. He sells gaming chairs for people. I get all that. But man, these people get so big that they get too big for themselves.
Hey, shout out to Jeepers
Creeper. Coming in at the end.
It's a Dazcast buddy. And hey, welcome to the NLG, buddy. Appreciate you. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
No. Yeah, it's one of those things that I guess I think now I understand a little more now that you said it, Chris, as to how how influencers today have become important to gaming. And you're right, we don't have magazines anymore, we don't have really websites aren't really the big thing anymore either. I mean, even if they're out there, IGN, GameSpot,
Yeah.
Eurogamer, but people are more wanting to watch their videos than click on their articles, especially Eurogamer. I don't think anybody really cares about Eurogamer as much as they care about Digital Foundry.
Yeah.
And so these guys that are out there streaming, they're their own. I guess they're their own company. If you think about it, they're their own.
Mm-hmm.
They're the new media.
Yeah, they're the media. They're the influencers. What was I gonna say? Dang it. See, I'm old. Had a brain fart.
That's okay.
No, I forgot. Dang it. I'll think of it.
No. We're in the wrong business. Peter, we got to get out of IT. And I mean, this dude streams from 9:30 in the morning his time to 6:00 his time. Like this is a full-time job.
Full-time job.
It is his
full-time
If somebody
job.
pays me enough, I will stream.
Got to color your hair.
I'll stream 16 hours a day. How about that?
Yeah.
Have some crazy noises or whatever. Make faces.
I'll dye my hair too.
Unless my wife allowed me, I would do it. But my wife.
But a lot of these streamers, they've grown a lot because of games like Fortnite, Minecraft, and so on, and they just keep playing those games because that's what keeps bringing people into their stream. And and the ones out there who do, there are some out there who do it right, in my opinion, and they'll play the new game, the latest games that keep coming out, right? And they're getting review copies, and because they're putting in the work. And so, I mean, like I'll give a shout out to one called Mojo, and she has a couple friends, and they play the latest games, and they're cool. They interact with you in the chat, and they have their own brand. I don't know how big they are, but they have a good following, and they just play the latest games. They're cool, So I'll go in there and check out what they're playing and say hi. So what I was gonna say earlier, now I remember that, like you said, that this stuff, these streamers and these guys like the Ninja, and wasn't there somebody else? Maybe it wasn't the Ninja. Somebody that won, some streaming influencer that was wearing a freaking fox mask. I don't know what.
Oh, right. I know who you're talking about. He was the previous year's guy. He was a previous year's streamer.
Previous years, because I remember.
Or he was the esports. He was the esports player of the year. Some crap.
The esports
Sonic,
player of the year.
Sonic Fox.
Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, and that's another thing that's another thing that comes into play. Esports has grown, so now you have celebrities, famous people in esports that are like famous athletes, Tom Brady and so on, and those people can sell. They get sponsors and they sell products, and those people help sell accessories. They help sell these games, and companies like Xbox and Sony, Nintendo are gonna pay these people to help promote their stuff. That's the world we live in, and one of the big reasons why is like my daughter, my 6-year-old, And I've talked to other friends, with kids around the same age. Their kids are on YouTube watching streamers play games, and they're laughing. They're just watching it. My daughter knew about Hello Neighbor, Roblox, and Minecraft from watching streams.
Yep.
Stuff on YouTube before I even introduced that stuff to her. So when I was playing, and I picked up Hello Neighbor just for her, and so I said, "All right, come over here, watch me play it." And she was telling me what to do. So these streamers are big because of our kids.
No, this is true. This is true.
That is that's who likes this stuff.
And put aside for a minute, because I'm not interested in having that discussion about him. Put the I like him, I don't like him, he does this, he does that for a minute.
Yeah, I'm not worried about
the kind of the innovator of that is PewDiePie.
Yeah.
With his 98 million subscribers.
Yeah.
And
making about $5 million a year.
I know kids at my synagogue that watch him religiously. And they love him. I know my oldest son knows who he is. You're right, my younger two kids, Seth and Spencer, my 4-year-old. First off, those two now play Hello Neighbor. So I'm way behind the times. They play Hello Neighbor, which scares me a little bit. But they watch that stuff all the time, and I'll tell you what what I find interesting, and when I decide to get out of IT, this is where I'm going to go. They watch shows, they watch these streams and content for toys. There are people that make a living showing off toys and unboxing toys and dolls and figures and Legos. And they make a living doing that.
Mm-hmm. There are parents out there who are using their kids to help them make money.
Absolutely.
It's like if they, it's like the parents out there who get their kids into acting and modeling, and now you can do it a lot easier from home.
Yep.
Yeah, my daughter was watching some of those shows. I said, "Hell no! You're gonna play with your own toys. You're not watching people unbox toys."
Yeah, I've had to. No. I've listened to some of that stuff. I'm like, what are you watching? And I listen to what they're saying. I'm like, nah. I think it's weird to watch adults play with toys.
Yeah.
And she's over there watching. I'm like, no.
There is a channel called Ryan Toys Review.
Yeah.
20 million subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
20 million subscribers.
You're in the wrong business.
His pinned video, Ryan Star, which must be the kid, Ryan Star Pals Toys Kids Meal Surprise at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. It's a video about the toys he gets at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. 3 million views.
The heck? What's wrong with people?
We're doing the wrong thing.
We are in the wrong business. Wrong business.
And I shout out to Daz. If Daz is listening or later, what he needs to do is just just streaming about beer.
Yes.
Just go out there and,
Yeah.
The next thing you know, he might get sponsored.
Yeah.
He's got these giant egg surprise toys collector. So there's these things called giant egg surprises.
Yeah.
He did one for opening a Transformer egg. It's a 7-minute video. 92 million views in 4 years. I mean, this is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But in that realm and in video gaming, you're right. I mean, people watch them and they make up their mind based upon them.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's wild.
People are not strong enough. They have to have their mind made up for them.
Well, it's almost like, but I get what Chris was saying earlier. In the old days, we would look at consumer reports to see if I don't know if you ever, I don't know if you ever saw Consumer Reports, Peter, over here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I was a subscriber.
All right, so Consumer Reports. We used to watch. We used to look at that, and I have a friend who still does. To whether when we wanted to buy our TV or buy our receiver or buy that toaster or that microwave, we looked at Consumer Reports. Now what do? We go to YouTube and we see we get reviews. When I was looking at buying my I now that I think of it, when I was looking to get our pressure cooker, I went online and I looked up, because I saw the As Seen on TV ad, because I'm an As Seen on TV guy, and I saw, I typed in power pressure cooker, and I got like 20 different reviews from people, and some of those reviews got like 1 million views. So I mean, this is where we are, and it's wild to have seen how important this is. Going back to gaming, how important this is to gaming, how these guys have enough people looking at what they play to see if it's a game they want themselves. When it's not,
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, just when it's not Fortnite or a multiplayer game. I think multiplayer games are a little different. But people, it is crazy.
Yeah, it is. Dang it! I lost my train of thought
again.
Yeah, I told you I'm old.
I know, Joe. You're old and it's late.
Speaking of Gold Chain Gamer, Sincere, he did a review about the TCL TVs.
Yep.
And I watched it. And I was like, okay, I'm convinced. I'm going to give me a TCL. I don't know. Did he get anything out of that? I don't know, but I gave him credit. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's there. Yeah, I mean, what I was going to say was, I see people complain a lot about marketing, especially from Xbox. And definitely Xbox, Microsoft, well, not so much Microsoft, but Xbox's marketing really hasn't been up to par, especially compared to PlayStation's. But as what they're doing right now, they're bringing Ninja into Mixer. And obviously that's calculated move because what's coming up is Gears 5. And I'm sure he's going to be playing that. And then, of course, like y'all were saying, his roots to Halo, Halo Infinite. I remember when Halo 5 was coming out. And before that, they did a big old event, reveal, marketing deal with Rooster Teeth. And so they had them come over on the, they were on the stream, playing Halo 5 live with the guys from Rooster Teeth. And I watched it. So that was, and there's been other stuff like that, with IGN or GameSpot, whatever. But those days are over for them, to me, in a way, somewhat. They're not the big influencers anymore. It's now people like Ninja. So, what I say to people who complain about Xbox and their marketing, and they're like, well, Gears 5, I haven't seen no commercials and this and that. Maybe like us, we grew up in the days where TV, the commercials, I see it out there, and it's, to us, it's like, hey, they're marketing. That's huge, right? It's out on TV while I'm watching my favorite show. But those times have changed. I mean, Sony still does it in a way, but Sony they have those tools already. They're Sony Entertainment, they do movies and so on. They have those tools. So they still use some of that traditional marketing, but like Xbox and other companies, they're using online, they're using streamers, YouTubers, whatever. I think that reaches as much or more people than just an ad on TV, which costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it's a lot cheaper to reach people through on YouTube and streams and stuff like that.
Yep.
So who knows how much he's getting paid, but I'm pretty sure he's getting paid a good chunk of money.
It's a lot.
That's the number one thing that will get him from Twitch, and they paid him.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, Coop says to ground these kids, you just take away their internet.
That is true.
That's true. If I want to get my son,
internet and phone.
Yeah, if I want to get my son out of his room, I turn off his internet, and he comes barreling down. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad. What you gonna do?
True.
Well, where our parents were punishing us by taking away our NES and our Sega systems. So, what are we doing? We're taking away that phone.
Taking away that phone.
Yep. But I tell you one thing, as a parent, especially as a gaming parent, I ain't smashing my kid's console.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Or shoot a bullet through it.
Right. Oh, did you ever see the video of the guy who took all of his sons? And people say that that this is fake, but I don't think it is. This guy took this kid's entire game library outside and ran it over with his tractor.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that video? It was hilarious, and the kid throws a fit.
Mm-hmm.
That you would not believe, and it yeah, I mean, that's how we do it these days. So.
Yeah, pretty selfish because they could just give it to people who are in need.
Yeah,
Can't afford it.
Dads don't think that way.
Go drop it off at the children's shelter.
Yeah.
Dads don't think that way.
So after this kid that won the Fortnite, the 16-year-old, how many parents out there are going to be like, here you go, they're going to go out there and start buying these consoles, and here you go, I want you to play, don't worry about homework.
Here's your dinner. Here's your dinner. You want me to feed you while you're like,
Man, you're getting pretty good. Okay, keep it up. Let's put you in the tournament.
Yeah.
It's just like some parents they've done that with kids who are athletic, right? Got to put them in those club leagues and get that training, and hopefully it pays off and get that college scholarship and get into the big leagues,
right?
And then they're set for life. That's their lottery ticket.
Set for life.
Such a life. So, well, it just, like I said, watching this move made me wonder how much influence these influencers have. How important are they to the landscape, and how important are they to publishers and developers and folks like that? And the answer today is it's pretty important, at least to the industry side. It was important enough for Microsoft to do this, and they may, you may see. Well, I mean, Microsoft's the only one that has a platform. PlayStation and Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo and Sony don't have a streaming platform. But I wonder too if this is going to bring about changes to Twitch. I mean, look, we all know what has been going on with Twitch lately. We left Twitch, mainly because there were things that were going on there that it wasn't just, yes, I'm not a big fan of trying to kill your cat, but it wasn't just that. There's a lot of other things going on over there, and it's sort of like the Wild West of streaming, and there's a lot of if you do a certain thing or you look a certain way. I mean, this is just the truth. I mean, you can become a popular streamer. You can get a partnership with Twitch, and you can try to feed alcohol to your cat. I mean, and not get reprimanded for it because that's just the way it is. I do know Mixer is a little bit stricter. YouTube's a little bit stricter. I just some of this. I wonder how a move like this, where Twitch is going to lose a large streamer with 14 million subs, that may not go to another streamer. I mean, some of those people are going to find another streamer to latch onto, but a lot of those people that follow him over, Twitch is going to lose a couple million subs over this.
Yeah.
Does this prompt them to make some changes to their, to their moderation and to their how they handle streamers? I mean, the other thing too. The other thing too that I think has made it tough is that at the beginning, streaming was all about little streamers, little folks that doing this. Streaming has become super big business. With all these partnerships and affiliates and stuff like that, and it's caused, like, I remember we got demonetized from YouTube because we don't have enough subs, because they required so many subs and so many hours of people watching. The streaming portion itself has become such big business that now console manufacturers are paying people to come to their streaming platform. It's big business, and that's really, maybe that's what some people are starting to maybe have a problem with, because it blocks out the ability for smaller streamers to get big. PlayStation has a streaming feature. They don't have a streaming platform. So they don't have, Microsoft has Twitch, or Microsoft has Mixer. Twitch is owned by Amazon. Sony and Nintendo don't have an actual platform. Like, they couldn't get PewDiePie, for example, to come stream for their, for their platform. So that's, I think, the difference. But again, backing up the Brinks truck to get these folks, it's become commercialized in a way that's crazy.
Do you think we're going to get Mixer on PlayStation?
Yeah, eventually. I think so. Because, I mean, Satya Nadella is all about that.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is why direct to YouTube streaming is still not available on the Xbox. That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And also, why is it now such a... Well, I know why. It's so much easier to stream to Twitch than it is to... to Mixer than to Twitch on Xbox.
Absolutely.
But that makes sense. But still, I wish you could just, pick your default. Or saying, hey, I want to stream to YouTube. Okay.
Right.
Do it.
Well, and the PlayStation does that so well. You hit the stream button, and you pick which one you want to stream to, and then it goes. It just goes.
Right.
I mean, it's very easy. And Chris, you just said you set it up. It was really easy, right?
Yeah.
Niall's been streaming on our Twitch page on the PS4, and it's really easy to do. And Mixer wouldn't be bad if it wasn't tied to your Xbox Live account. If we could have our, because I still have the OG NL Gaming Mixer account that if you have a capture card and you can put the stream key in and all that stuff, you can use. But when they sectioned it off so that if you wanted to stream, you could only stream to your channel and not to a channel of your choice, kind of ruins it. Otherwise, we would take... I would consider streaming other content, not necessarily the show, but I would consider streaming other content to Mixer if we could all do it together, because that was the whole point, was for us to have a channel that everybody could stream into to create sort of an all day, so we're not the ones that are full-time streamers, but we have like a TV station of streamers. That's what I had hoped for, but you can't do it with Mixer.
Yeah, honestly, I don't see Mixer going to PlayStation because of what you all were saying. You have to have it's tied to your Xbox Live account, unless they work it out to where Mixer is tied to your PlayStation account also. But I don't know. We'll see. I can see it going on Switch before it goes on PlayStation, which I'm surprised it hasn't come to Switch yet, because Switch doesn't have any kind of streaming feature at all.
No, it does not.
So,
can you at all in any way, shape, or form? How could you even? Well, I guess you could do it with a capture card with the full switch if you're docked, right? Because the dock has an HDMI out to the TV, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can.
I believe so.
All right, so that can go into a capture card. So there's no direct, but you can use it with an Elgato or a Hapuichij or whatever, how you ever say that. So you could do that. You just can't do a direct stream. No.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's just but the more we've talked about it tonight, the more I understand, where that importance is now, considering it's just, I guess the troubling part is how big business it's gotten, where how it's been driven by money, and maybe that, maybe that's the tough part, is that we're, it's not about the love of streaming anymore as much as it is how much money can I make doing it. So.
Yeah, no, true. It's what it's all about. Yeah. The almighty dollar.
Yep. And yes, Jeff, we know that. That's what I was saying earlier, was that if we used capture cards, yes, because you could just, they've got stream keys, you just use the stream key. What I was getting at was direct from console. And the other thing about that too is I'm still waiting for the first console to allow you to use an overlay with your direct.
Yeah.
Because if that was the case,
I know. Yeah.
I would do more direct to channel, direct from console streaming. If I could use an overlay, I don't care about camera. I don't get on camera, but if I could use an overlay, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I don't understand why Mixer doesn't have that option. I think there is something. Isn't there something that? Well, no, isn't there is something you can do overlay features with on the Mixer? They got another app, I think. But with xCloud coming and gamers able to play a lot of these same games that we play on mobile, and you have a Mixer app on mobile, I think, and if they're smart, they'll make it available to where you can stream your game that you're gaming on the mobile to Mixer. I'm not sure if YouTube has that feature.
No, it does not.
I don't think so. But
it does if you use Streamlabs. So if you do something like that, if you could do that.
Yeah.
That's for example. So I just did a quick search for Mixer overlay on Xbox. Right. Mm-hmm. You have to have something like Lightstream Studio, something like that maybe it'd be able to work. By integrating Lightstream with Mixer on Xbox, console gamers have the ability to add their own overlays, graphics, slideshows, and text to their stream, as well as benefiting from blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and I can see that also going over on mobile too. So when people start streaming their games through mobile,
the integration is currently in beta, so requires a Mixer partnership or pro account. So you have to. So it's not even something that's free.
Nope.
So when I said Streamlabs, Jeff, Streamlabs it's actually Streamlabs OBS. If you guys haven't seen, Streamlabs is what I use, and I think it's what Coop uses too. Streamlabs is basically OBS with some better functionality as far as themes and things. But yeah, I mean, so you have to pay in some way to do this. Yeah, $7.99. And I don't know if that's it's a monthly subscription, so it's $8 a month.
Well, I guess if you really want to do it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. So I like using. I mean, I don't mind using Streamlabs. It's just the setup at the beginning is what I have to deal with, and I do like the fact that if you stream directly from console, you don't have. I mean, I can play in 4K even if it streams in 1080p. So, although I think that to date, I have to see if Mixer streaming is capped to 30 frames per second on console. Because I can stream 60. I can stream 720 60, which is what I typically do when I'm streaming. Because I like that 60 frames per second. When we did when I did the tech test portion on my stream, it was 60, and it was really cool. So.
Yeah. The times have changed.
Yeah, we're getting old too.
We are getting old. So
we are getting old. But hey, when we get to that retirement age, we can stream full time. We'll see what we can do then, right?
Yeah. We can. So, and yeah, Jeff, without a capture card, OBS is kind of worthless. So is XSplit and Streamlabs and all that. It's you gotta have it.
Yeah.
So. All right. So last couple things before we go, I do have gaming. I do have some game news. We do have the games with gold and PlayStation Plus games that are starting to hit for August. We haven't really showed that in a while. And I'm going to very quickly get you guys seeing the computer sound here so that you guys can actually see it. Oh, hold on. Let me do it this way. I think I can share an application window. Might make it easier for you. Podcast videos. So here is, we're going to start with the games with gold for the month of August. And here they are.
Live Gold or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription. Beginning August 1st, get ready for the upcoming Gears 5 by going back and playing as JD, Kate, and Dell in their first adventure, Gears of War 4. This next-generation squad must discover the source of a terrifying new enemy and rescue their loved ones after escaping an attack on their village. After defeating the Swarm in the campaign, don't forget to check out the other game modes, Horde and Versus. As part of the road to Gears 5, completing achievements and challenges in all 3 modes can earn you rewards and character skins that you can take with you into Gears 5. Once you've mastered the Swarm, you'll be ready to continue Kate's story when Gears 5 launches on September 10th for Xbox Game Pass on Xbox One and Windows 10. Then, on August 16th, one of the most comprehensive racing games of this generation comes your way in Forza Motorsport 6. Start your engines and compete against 24 players day or night in all weather conditions. Customize and race over 450 Forza Vista cars at realistic simulation speeds across 26 world-famous locales. With unrelenting action and breathtaking visuals, master the road and race your way to victory. On the Xbox 360 on August 1st, can you uncover the secrets buried beneath Torchlight? Developed by the creators of Diablo and Fate, choose among 3 separate character classes: Destroyer, Alchemist, or Vanquisher, and seek adventure through randomized dungeon levels. Slay hordes of monsters, learn devastating skills, and loot endless treasure in this thrilling action role-playing title. Play Torchlight now before its sequel Torchlight 2 makes its way onto Xbox One September 3rd. Finally, on August 16th, play the role of Gabriel in Castlevania Lords of Shadow. Raised by the Brotherhood of Light, begin your quest across a destroyed world to defeat the 3 factions of the Lords of Shadow and end their unholy rule. With your devastating combat cross, take revenge on those who took your fallen beloved and attempt to bring balance back to the world. To redeem the title, simply click on the gold area on your Xbox One, your Xbox 360, or even on the web at xbox.com/gameswithgold. Your new games will automatically appear in the ready-to-install section of your Xbox One. With Xbox Live Gold and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you are part of the world's premier gaming community.
There you have it. That's the Games with Gold for this month. A pretty solid lineup. So,
Yeah. Awesome lineup.
Yeah. So good night, Jeff. And don't forget, by the way, that Gears of War 4 is got the Xbox One X enhancement treatment.
Oh yeah.
So there are 2 ways to play it. You can either play it in 4K 4K mode, and I'm going to check that out, actually. It says this mode uses ultra quality textures, wealth of new and improved graphical features, all at 4K resolution. You'll experience the same frame rates you come to expect from Gears of War 4, 30 for campaign and horde, and in both render and versus will run at 4K 60 with adaptive resolution scaling. So that's one. However, good night, Niall. Performance mode will play 60 frames per second in 1080p, kind of like what I'm doing with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and all including higher resolution textures and some of the new enhanced graphical features available in visuals mode. And has Dolby Atmos support. So I might have to go back and check that out. Let's see what else. Even in, I guess, in both modes, you have enhanced God rays, dynamic shadows, increased draw distances, superior reflections, and enhanced character textures. So I'm gonna have to go check it out.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, and HDR, by the way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think I want to play it again before 5. Playing that. I did enjoy the story on this, and definitely, even when I played it, I felt like Kate's story was the strongest. Between her,
the tomato
more
fields.
so than Marcus. What's the son's name? I can't remember. But
JD.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there just seemed like there was more feeling there, more story there, and I think that's what they were going for. They wanted that. I mean, so that's good. I mean, and people out there who have never played Gears 4, definitely should check that out. And then if they're interested, Gears 5 is coming.
Yep. And if you have Game Pass,
yeah,
you don't have to worry about it. So, and then Forza Motorsport 6. I don't know. I don't know. I've lost my touch with the Motorsport series. Although 7 had gotten a Xbox enhanced treatment, but 6 did not. So 6 is going to be in 1080p, but it's solid 60. I mean, it is Forza Motorsport. So
good looking.
You know, I might give it a run. Anyway. It's free.
Free set.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah, I didn't buy. I don't think I bought 6.
I did not.
Yeah, I bought 6.
I did not.
I do have 7. I did buy 7.
I did not buy 7 either. I kind of or maybe I did buy 6, but I didn't buy 7.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But now you have it. Now you will have it digitally.
Yes. Now I will have it.
But
Well, I would have had it digitally anyway.
Okay.
So, Torchlight looks interesting. I'm a fan of those Diablo type games, so definitely give that a shot. And Castlevania, Castlevania looks more like Devil May Cry to me at this point in that series.
Yeah.
I'm still preferable to the Castlevania collection I'm playing now with the 2D stuff.
This one looks pretty cool. I'll definitely be checking that out.
Yeah, I would get it anyway.
Is there a Castlevania game in work? A new one? I mean, we've been seeing a lot of Castlevania love lately, especially with the series that was on Netflix.
I don't think so.
And then here lately, we've been getting some Castlevania games. You know, through Games with Gold, either Game Pass, and we had the collection recently.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything. All right, so those are the 4 games of gold. Pretty good. So there was no true video for the U.S. for PS Plus games. However, I know what they are, so I just got the trailers for them, and so the first up in that list is actually probably one of my favorite game series, and one of my favorite PS4 games right now. As soon as it loads up. What is it doing?
Doing nada.
It's not doing a darned thing. Hold on a sec. See, this is what happens when they don't have an unexpected error is keeping you from copying the file. All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me try the other one first. Maybe it's got to go get it. Same thing.
Going back a little bit on the Ninja deal.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna try to get these running.
I was thinking, you know how they had some layoffs on the Inside Xbox group.
Yeah.
They laid off a few guys. I believe also they got rid of a couple Mixer people.
They did.
And it's probably because so they can, they were planning on getting someone like Ninja.
Well,
they need,
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if you see Ninja on an Inside Xbox show at some point.
Well,
not saying all the time, but
Well, I'm thinking that you're gonna see him intermixed with some things. Like you're right. He's gonna end up on there. He's gonna end up on, he'll end up in E3. He may come out at E3 next year on stage. So, all right, here we go.
Good. All right.
Game number 1. Let me do it this way. Let me, because I did. Here it is. Come on, play. What the hell is wrong with my
PlayStation?
Yeah. Let me look at games first.
Well, we had IT support.
Yeah, I know. There we go.
Yeah,
all right,
I love
so
you guys.
one of the two games for this month
Peggy 16.
is Sniper Elite 2 or Sniper Elite 4. Sorry, Sniper Elite 4, which Witty played,
Yeah.
and Witty has streamed for us.
Yeah, but Witty was all about those nuts.
Yeah. I will say this game looked really good when Witty was playing it. Yes, I know it came out in 2016. So, but it is it is one of the two games with PlayStation Plus free games for this
Peggy
month.
16.
Now let me see if I can get the other one to play.
But besides these two games, do they also give out any VR or something that they just don't announce?
No, not anymore. But this
anymore.
is one that has it. There we go. Now it's going to play. One of my favorite games, favorite series. The Wipeout Omega Collection.
That's pretty cool.
Oh my goodness, Chris, you got to play this. So
Yeah.
for a number of reasons. Number one, this has Wipeout, which was then remastered into Wipeout HD, Wipeout HD Fury, and Wipeout 2048. So there's 3 games in one. It is Pro Enhanced, and for Peter, it's got a VR mode.
Mm-hmm.
And the VR mode is spectacular. I'm not going to lie. The VR mode is absolutely...
Put you in the cockpit.
Yes. And it will throw you around and make you nauseous. And in a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Well, at least you're sitting, sitting down and
Yeah.
not strafing left and right, and
Yeah. I mean, I played Wipeout on the PS1 at my friend's house because I was a Sega guy. One of my friends was a PlayStation guy, so he had Wipeout, and we played that for forever. So when I got it on the PS4, it brought back memories, and then in the spring of last year, they brought out the VR mode. It was just killer. And I highly recommend it. That's right, Jeepers Sega. But I highly recommend this game. So these are your free PlayStation Plus games of the month of August, and they are
cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. So
Yeah, both they had They have solid games.
Yeah. Solid for everyone this time around.
Mm-hmm.
So, I did see, and I guess we can bring it up. There are some new Xbox Game Pass games coming for both PC and for the Xbox. Blair Witch is coming this month, but I don't think Blair Witch is in Game Pass, is it?
No, it is.
Is Blair Witch in Game Pass?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Woot!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for right now, it's only going on Xbox and PC.
Correct. Okay, because it didn't list. I guess it didn't list it in the coming soon. So there are. I'm gonna grab the coming soon picture here, and then we'll show this, and this will be our swan song out. Xbox Game Pass, August 2019. So. See, the only downside is I have to go clicking around to get where I want to go. So I appreciate everybody's patience. So coming soon, Ash's Cricket Pandemic, which just had a launch trailer come out. So the Pandemic must be new. Jackbox Party Pack, Slay the Spire. And then for PC, Space Hulk Tactics and Downwell. I do not see. Are we sure Blair Witch is coming to Game Pass?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, I'm looking. By the way, Bard's Tale. Doesn't Bard's Tale?
Yeah, coming too.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Bard's Tale. I'm an old Bard's Tale guy when it was Electronic Arts. All right, so yeah, I'm looking it up real quick. Yep. Okay. It's just that there are these particular games are coming soon, and I guess the other ones are coming when they launch. So I'm fine with that. Yeah, Bard's Tale 4 Director's Cut. That comes August 27th, and then Blair Witch should join Game Pass on August 30th.
Mm-hmm.
So. Still the best.
Cool.
Still the best one. Still the best thing. Tommy, good night, brother. We're basically done too. So have a great night.
Yeah, appreciate it, Chief.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another game that's coming out this month is Control. Any of you guys getting that?
Oh, I'll wait for a sale.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. Only because I've got other things to play and money. My wife just had to get her catalytic converter replaced in her car. That was $800. So yeah. So thank God for Game Pass because it's how I can play games right now.
It would have been cheaper just to cut it off and then just pay the inspector to not even look. Don't even look underneath.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about that loud sound. And all that
Cannot
smoke.
say for sure if I've ever done that to any of my Mustangs.
That's funny.
But I will honestly say, I don't know if it, it's not really worth it cutting a catalytic converter if you have a muscle car or whatever. It really doesn't change much of a difference as far as any added horsepower. Maybe one or two. But whatever, it's not worth it. So yeah, that's a little tip from those who are into automobiles, hot rods.
Nice, very nice. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. I'm glad to see games like this coming into Game Pass. Like some of these I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
So that is one thing too. I think I want to, and we talked about it before. I want to try to feature a Game Pass game every once in a while. I'll just go in there and I'll just try one, and we can show it here, and
Yep. And that's what is one of the things that I was trying to do that I might be able to do once school year starts is a weekly, one of those days that I'm going to stream. It will be a weekly Game Pass spotlight.
Well, maybe that's what we can do. We can each pick a game from Game Pass and give it a try, and then kind of talk about it.
I will do Sea of Thieves.
One of our,
just kidding.
One of our, that is a Game Pass, sir. Hey,
yes, it is. It is technically a Game Pass game.
Yeah.
So this pandemic video game is based on a board game. Just so you guys know.
Okay. So is it a turn-based game?
I
don't know anything about it.
The digital experience stays true to the core identity of the couch cooperative turn-based strategy game.
Okay.
Developed by Z-Man Games, Pandemic is a mainstream cooperative game that can be enjoyed by a wide audience even during short game sessions while rewarding the best decision makers. So basically, you are a disease fighter. So kind of like the movie Outbreak.
Uh-huh.
You engage in a race against time to contain 4 epidemics threatening to wipe out different regions on the globe. Players can choose one of the 7 specialist roles, and each role features unique abilities that players will need to combine efficiently as possible in order to overcome the 5 difficulty levels. So, totally cooperative. The game can be played single player by managing multiple characters or with friends using local cooperative multiplayer. The latter allows up to 5 players to play together using the couch cooperative mode for both Xbox One. Oh, and it's going to be out on Switch. So it's usually a $20 game. So no online, just couch co-op.
Yeah, some of these developers, we talked to a couple, Diego from Aqua Lungers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
His was couch co-op. I mean, it's, for a lot of these developers, they're one person or 2. They can't do the whole online stuff at the start. So
right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It is very much. So. And Jackbox, I've seen. There is a streamer. She is a lovely lady. Her name is Kristen. I do jump into her stuff now and again. She's called Little Bumblebear, and she does a lot of Jackbox, and that's fun. And see, that's the kind of streamer like her. And there's another one that you guys all have to check out called The Modern Mom. She's awesome too. They play games where the people in the chat room can actually sign up and play. Like they can interact with these guys and they interact with their audience. So if you get a chance, look up The Modern Mom, and I think that's the channel name is The Modern Mom, and look up Little Bumblebear, Lil Bumblebear. They are awesome. Those are the kind of people that I like to watch.
Later, Jupiter Creepers.
Later, Creepers.
Appreciate it.
All right, so
sounds like our cue to.
That sounds like our cue.
Ready, about time to sign off. The Mustang's already taken off.
Yeah.
And our chat's taken off.
And our chat's everybody's chat going to bed. So
we get it. Let's get it. What are we? Over 2 hours. So
yeah, we're 2:19. Not bad. So, all right. Just a very quick programming note. Of course, we've got next Thursday and then the 15th. There will be no show on the 22nd because I will be in Niagara Falls. And Peter, I think, is going to be at the beach. So, perhaps Chris might be...
it might be the week after.
Okay. Well, it might be.
Ah.
You know what? On the 22nd might be a good night for a WDFC.
I think so.
So
I think I could pull that off.
all right.
It may be it might be a little bit earlier
That's okay.
than what we go, just so I can probably get Daz in and
Yeah.
a couple other people that a
So
little bit easier for them, but
yeah.
I think we can work something out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and we got something. We got some stuff cooking. So
Yeah, I'm excited.
yeah, we're gonna be making an announcement soon. Not yet, but as soon as we get everything together, we'll make that announcement. So, in the meantime, I thank everybody who jumped into that chat, and those of you who are still there who have not fallen asleep yet. Thank you guys so much. It was great as always. We love you guys. You guys are why we're here. And why I'm here, the two gentlemen to my left, Peter and Chris, who once again on a week that has, hell does not describe the week that I've had at work with in the world of IT with our major email relay vendor going down, 2 clients getting ransomware attacks, and being shorthanded because one of my engineers is on vacation. And me having to go from being the service delivery manager to jumping into the weeds and spending, a couple of 14 and 13-hour days. But as always, Thursday night, I shut it down, and I'm here with you guys. And I appreciate you guys so much. You don't even know. You don't even realize how much I appreciate you guys. Because I know here we are talking games Thursday night, and I can unplug from the world. I haven't thought about work the whole 2.5 hours, and that's awesome. So, thank you, gentlemen. I love you guys. It's awesome. Another great show in the books.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Indeed.
So, Peter, why don't you take us out tonight?
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Come see us again next week. Same time, same channel. Thursdays, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And have a great weekend and game on, guys.
Play on, gamers.
Nice. Thank you, everybody. Bye, Koopy.
Did you just call him Koopy?
Sometimes I call him Super Pooper, too.